So today I wanted to share my investment strategy with Prismatic Evolutions because yes, I do have Prismatic Evolutions products, and I wanted to share my strategy with each of these types of products, kind of what I plan to do with these, when I plan to sell them, and just generally talk about my strategy with this set. So, when I bought all of my Prismatic Evolutions products, I came into, this with sort of a variable mindset because, I see it all the time out there. There are some people that are just strictly long term. They don't, buy anything that they're going to flip. They only buy stuff for long term. And I'm not really like that. I do have stuff I hold for the longer term, but also, I'm very open to doing short term plays, some flips, you could call it, because in these sort of markets, some things are predictable and you can do extremely well in the short term. And, with this set, Prismatic Evolutions, I sort of knew like, okay, I'm paying a little bit more than I really want to for these products, but at the end of the day, I know where this is going to go. Obviously, me saying I know, obviously that's just me saying that, but I knew that I could, make a short term play here with some of these, paying more than I wanted to, but being able to sell them, in the short term, so that, in the long run, let's say they do print this set into the ground or whatever, I wouldn't, be holding the bag, you could say. So some of these products I paid a lot more than I wanted to on. Some of them I paid not that bad on, and those ones I'll talk about, and those are the ones I'd probably be okay holding more in the long term. But some of these I do plan to sell a lot quicker than some other products, and I'm going to talk about that here today. So the first product I wanted to talk about, and I've pretty much ordered these of ones I'm going to sell first and ones I'm going to sell last. So the product I'd probably be selling first are the poster collection boxes. Now I don't have crazy amounts of these, but I do plan to sell these first. And the reason why, number one, is my cost basis is pretty high on these. I'm not that proud of what I paid, to be honest, but it is under market, whatever it's at right now. But definitely I paid pretty high on these. For that reasoning, I don't want to hold them long term. And, I do think when, prices inevitably go up for the set in the next month here, these will be the ones I will be selling first, because my cost basis is pretty much, if you want to do percentage wise, the highest on these. And also poster collection boxes, we've seen it from 151 as well. They're not the most collectible product. Like they're all right, and especially these having, 3 promos, it's a decent box, right? I'm not in no way saying this is a bad box, but out of all the other products, I would say this is on the lower end. So just for my cost basis reasonings and, just this not being the most desirable product, I would probably be selling these first. And honestly, I don't have many of these. I'd be fine, honestly, just selling all of them because I have a lot more of some other products and poster collection boxes and my cost basis. I don't really care to hold on these for long term. So I definitely bought these for more of the shorter term play because inevitably when prices go up, I know what I paid is pretty high, but I know when they go up, I'll be able to still sell at a profit. So I did buy some of these, not that many, but I did buy some. Now, similar to the poster collection boxes, I didn't buy that many of these. My cost basis on these is just a little bit under the poster collection boxes, like percentage wise of MSRP. They're pretty close. But I would say the tech sticker collection blisters, I would say there's probably going to be more of a premium with these products than the poster collections just because of the promos on them, especially the Sylveon, and also the stickers are pretty cool. So I do think this is a better product long term than the poster collections. And for that reasoning, I'd probably be selling these second to the poster collections because I think it's a more premium product. But other than that, my cost basis is very similar to the poster collections. And I have a similar amount, dollar wise, I guess, to the poster collections. I have a little bit more of the blisters, but definitely I would say the blisters are a little bit better than the poster collections. It's just my opinion. So I will be selling these probably second to the posters just because of that reasoning. I think there's more of a premium to them than the posters. So yeah, that's my strategy with these two. I would say the posters and then these tech sticker collection things are the least premium products, just in my opinion. And the next two here I'm going to show you are, in my opinion, the best products. So, in my opinion, this is the best collection box for Prismatic, at least so far. I know there's the pouch that's going to come out, but the binder collection from 151, if you take a look at how 151 binder collection boxes are doing, I believe they're $100, and that only has 4 packs in it. Prismatic has 5 packs. So I see binder collections being a pretty premium product just based off of 151, and them having 5 packs. I think this is a very good product, and the EV is a really nice binder. So this is a product that I didn't pay that much higher than MSRP. Like, I'm actually pretty happy what I paid for these. So the binder collections, definitely I would be okay holding long term, to be honest, because I didn't pay that high on them. And I have a lot of these. I'll say this: I have the most invested into these binder collections out of all products. So I do have a lot of these. I will hold some probably longer term, but I do plan to sell some, I guess shorter term, because some of the cases for some reason that I bought, they're like damaged a little bit, and those are the ones I'll probably sell first. It's not a big deal, but I do plan to sell some because I have a lot of them, and my cost basis is pretty low. Like, to be honest with you guys, I could already sell at a profit if I really wanted to, but not going to do that. I think these will continue to go up based off of 151 binder collections, how they performed. So I think this is a pretty good product, in my opinion, better than the poster collection box. Obviously, it has more packs and it has a binder. So I think this is actually a really good product. And honestly, I found them for sale for $60 at some places. In my opinion, that's not even that bad of a buy. But yeah, I think this is a really good product. And yeah, this one I'm kind of going to probably sell some and hold some long term. But cost basis isn't that bad with these. Now, with normal Elite Trainer boxes, it's sort of hard to kind of, I guess, think what I want to do with these, because with 151, we didn't really see Elite Trainer box reprints. We saw a lot of like collection boxes, some booster bundles like show up at Targets. I guess Costco's got Elite Trainer boxes of 151. But other than that, like, we didn't really see any reprints of 151 Elite Trainer boxes for some reason. And if that happens with Prismatic, like they just maybe reprint collection boxes, booster bundles, whatever, these could do extremely well. And I don't have that many of these. I have like an okay amount. And yeah, my cost basis, it's not super high, but it's not super low. Like, it's kind of in the middle of a kind of gray area where, if this Elite Trainer box, at some point, maybe in the next few months, theoretically hits $200, it would probably be smart on my end just to play it safe to sell some off. But my cost basis, it's like in the middle of being high and low. So my plan on these is kind of like, I want to hold them because I think Elite Trainer boxes, other than Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes for specialty sets, are like the main product and the most premium product. But yeah, it's like my cost basis is a little bit higher than I want it to be for a longer term thing. But at the same time, like, I don't really want to like sell them in the short term, if that makes any sense. Because also, like, I don't know, it's really hard with this. I'll have to play it out by, I guess, day, but these ones I do plan, I want to hold for longer term because of that reasoning with 151, where Elite Trainer boxes really didn't get a reprint. So yeah, I definitely would say out of all the products, I'll probably be holding Elite Trainer boxes the longest, just because there is going to be more of a premium factor to this product. Obviously, the binder collections being second to these, but I think this would probably be the best product to hold longer term. And for me, it's going to be the same thing. Like, I do plan to hold these longer, but my cost basis is a little bit higher than I would want. So I'm just going to play it by day and see where the prices go with these. So now, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. These ones, obviously, the reprint, or not the reprint, the restock hasn't happened yet. It's probably going to drop at a random time. This sort of happened, I believe, with the 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. It just dropped kind of at a random time. I don't know, exactly why they're waiting or what they're waiting for to drop these on the Pokemon Center website, because everybody's waiting for it. But this being an exclusive product, we've seen it with all these Scarlet and Violet sets. There's a limited amount, and they really, never like come back in stock. Really, I guess the Twilight Masquerade ones did. But other than that, like, we don't really see these return or get reprints. So these are one of the products that you just know, at the end of the day, it's just going to keep going up because there's really not going to be any additional supply into the market. But with any of these products, when it hits a certain price point, they're going to stagnate for a little bit. Obviously, Prismatic Evolutions, even at 250, I see it going pretty high even before it stagnates because, I mean, if you take an example of 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, those are 350. So Prismatic Evolutions being only 250 now, I think it can easily hit, 400 without really hitting any walls. So I definitely am going to keep holding on to these. I don't plan to sell them anytime soon just because they're going to keep going up. I only have 2 of them, so it's not that big of a deal. But definitely selling right now would be pretty premature because there's just going to be a ton more growth. Like, to be honest, guys, 250 is not that expensive for these. I see a really high ceiling for this product. So therefore, I am not going to be selling these anytime soon. And this is probably going to be the last product I really sell. Maybe if it hits a crazy price point, maybe I'll sell them. But yeah, these will just definitely keep going up just because there's not that reprint thing. And reprints, don't really affect Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. So yeah, these are definitely the safest product to hold long term because, like I said, reprints don't really affect them. Now, I just want to show you guys, the prices of these cards. So when I went, and bought all these products, like I said, I bought them higher than I would usually want to pay for products. But I just sort of, I guess took an educated guess that they were going to be some pretty expensive cards in the set, and therefore I was going to be willing to pay higher prices for products that I really wanted to pay, knowing that these products were going to continue to go up in value, even though they were already expensive. And we can see that here with the Umbreon being pretty much the same price as the, Umbreon VMAX alternate art from Evolving Skies. They're basically the same price. Obviously, this could go down, it could go up because this is, the prices are still very new. I mean, this is still the first week of release. So, it could go anywhere. But other than just the Umbreon, like, even if this goes down, like, it's probably going to stabilize, if I had to guess, probably close to $1,000. But there's so many cards in this, set that are above $100. That, even when prices do change, I think there will still be a lot of valuable cards. And therefore, prices, I believe, for the products will keep going up. So, yeah, I just want to share my strategy with Prismatic Evolutions. Definitely, I'm not just a long-term investor, right? I do, shorter-term stuff because you can do extremely well in these markets if you sort of know what you're doing a little bit and just do some napkin math. Some of this stuff is sort of predictable, so that's why I do, buy heavier into some products that I usually wouldn't because they're higher priced, but I know in the short term they're going to keep going up, and therefore I can just make, a profit in the short run. And yeah, I would say for you guys out there that are scared to do these short-term things, you can do extremely well. You definitely have to be careful because if you are doing something maybe a little bit risky, maybe paying a lot more than you should be, buying a lot more than you should be, or whatever, you could get hurt. So definitely you have to, kind of just, I guess, do this with caution if you're going to do a shorter term thing. Sort of know your time frames, pay attention to like reprint news and those things because that stuff matters. Because obviously now we have the, reprint news thing with Prismatic Evolutions. A lot of people got scared. So I guess it's a lot more risks, obviously, you could say, with short-term stuff. But right now in this market, I think even regardless of all these reprints and stuff, I think prices will continue to go up. So definitely for Prismatic Evolutions, I wouldn't be that scared to hold on for a little bit more than now because I know some people are just, flipping these. For me, like when I do these shorter term things, especially with new sets, I don't immediately just sell as soon as the set comes out. Like with Prismatic, I don't plan to sell in the next couple of weeks. Maybe I'll sell some in like a month from now because I know prices are going to continue to go up and selling right now would be very premature. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what your investment strategy is with this set. Do you plan on selling some because of this reprint news or are you holding long term? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys on the next one.